He was almost behind the plane of the board when he shoots this. That is not an easy.
And Booker throws it away. Here come the Lakers. LeBron with the basketball. AD on the...
LeBron James is 38 years old. That's ancient in NBA years. But you know what? Age is just a number for the king. Against the Suns, LeBron turned back time and left everyone's jaws on the floor. Imagine this. LeBron's out there, surrounded by players who were in diapers when he started his career.
Now, LeBron with his back to the basket. He's thinking about turning. He's thinking about shooting. He's thinking about scoring.
That's one of his patented shots.
Everyone's thinking he's done. Then bam, he starts scoring from angles that shouldn't be possible. Even Dwight Howard couldn't believe his eyes. It's like watching your grandpa outrun a bunch of teenagers. You know what's crazy? LeBron's almost 40, but he's playing like he's still in his prime. It's like Father Time forgot to send him the memo that he's supposed to slow down. Picture this. LeBron stepping onto the court, surrounded by guys who were barely out of diapers when he started his career. Some of these players were watching LeBron highlights on YouTube before they could even dribble a basketball. Everyone's thinking, he's too old. He can't keep up with these young guns. The Suns are full of fresh legs and boundless energy. They're probably looking at LeBron like he's that old guy at the Y who just won't quit. But then something magical happens. LeBron starts scoring from angles that shouldn't even be possible. It's like he's playing a different game altogether. Did you see how he was moving out there? It's like he found the fountain of youth or something. LeBron's out there Euro stepping past defenders half his age, hitting fadeaway jumpers that defy gravity, and throwing down dunks that make you question if he's really human. The Suns are running around trying to catch him, but it's like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. You won't believe what happened next. Even Dwight Howard couldn't keep his jaw off the floor. And we're talking about Dwight Howard here, a guy who's seen it all in the NBA. He's out there commentating, and suddenly he's at a loss for words. It's like watching a magician perform a trick that even other magicians can't figure out. LeBron proved age is just a number, dropping buckets left and right and showing he's still the king. He's out there playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. The Suns threw everything they had at him. Double teams, zone defense, you name it. But LeBron just kept coming, like a basketball playing Terminator. But you know what's even crazier? This wasn't just a one-time thing. LeBron's been doing this all season. It's like he's on a mission to prove that 38 is the new 28. He's out there making the rest of us feel bad about getting winded walking up a flight of stairs. It's not just about the points he's scoring or the assists he's dishing out. It's the way he's doing it. LeBron's playing with a mix of skill, experience, and sheer willpower that you just can't teach. He's got the basketball IQ of a coach, the body of a Greek god, and the competitiveness of a hungry lion. It's a combination that's leaving players, fans, and even former rivals in awe. Now, picture this. You're a Suns player. You've studied LeBron's every move. You've got a solid defensive strategy, and you're ready to shut him down. But then the game starts, and it's like trying to guard a ghost. Every time you think you've got him cornered, he slips away and scores. It's enough to make you question everything you thought you knew about basketball. Let's talk about how the Suns tried to stop LeBron. Spoiler alert, they couldn't. The Suns came into this game with a game plan, thinking they had the secret formula to crack the LeBron code. They probably spent hours watching film, analyzing his tendencies, and coming up with the perfect defensive scheme. You can just imagine the confidence in the locker room before the game. We've got this, they must have been thinking. But then LeBron stepped onto the court, and suddenly all that planning went out the window. It was like watching a chess grandmaster play against a bunch of enthusiastic amateurs. Every time the Suns thought they had him contained, he'd break free and score. One moment he's posting up, the next he's draining threes, and before you know it, he's throwing down thunderous dunks that make the whole arena shake. You know what's insane? The Suns threw everything they had at him, but nothing worked. Double teams? LeBron split them like they weren't even there. Zone defense? He picked it apart like a surgeon. They tried to force him left, he went right. They tried to force him right, he went left. It was like trying to catch smoke with your bare hand. Imagine being a Suns player, giving it your all, and LeBron just keeps coming. You're running around, arms waving, legs burning, lungs on fire, and there's LeBron, barely breaking a sweat. One Suns player even said, "He's just so crafty and knows how to use his body to create space." It's like they were playing against a basketball playing Houdini. And just when the Suns thought they might have a handle on LeBron's scoring, he goes and shows off his playmaking skill. There was this one moment where he broke down the entire Suns defense and dished out a perfect assist to Anthony Davis. It was like watching a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat, except the rabbit was a basketball and the hat was the entire Suns team. By the end of the game, the Suns looked defeated, like they'd seen a ghost from LeBron's Miami days. You could see it in their eyes, that look of what just happened. It's the same look teams have been giving LeBron for nearly 2 decades now. Even Suns coach Monty Williams had to give it up to LeBron after the game. He said, "He's a unique player who can do so many things on the court, and we struggled to keep him contained." That's coach speak for, "We tried everything and nothing worked." But here's where it gets even more interesting. This performance by LeBron, it wasn't just about the game. It was about something much bigger. LeBron's domination of the Suns was impressive, sure. But you know what's even crazier? The way it turned one of his biggest competitors into his biggest fanboy. We're talking about a guy who's gone toe-to-toe with LeBron 47 times in his career. So why was Dwight Howard suddenly acting like a starstruck teenager? Let's rewind for a second. Remember when Dwight Howard was the dominant force in the East, battling LeBron for conference supremacy? These two have a history that goes way back. We're talking 47 face-offs, with LeBron holding a slight edge at 25-22. But get this, in the playoff, it's Dwight who's got the upper hand, 4-2. So you'd think there'd be some rivalry, right? Some competitive fire still burning? Well, throw all that out the window, because when LeBron turned back the clock against the Suns, Dwight Howard turned into the world's biggest LeBron fan. I'm talking eyes wide, jaw on the floor, the whole 9 yards. It was like watching a kid see their favorite superhero in action for the first time. You'd expect Dwight to maybe downplay it a little, right? Maybe throw in a "back in my day" or something. But nope, he was all in on the LeBron show. It's like he forgot he was supposed to be commenting and just became another fan in awe of the King's greatness. And it didn't stop there. After the game, Dwight took to social media like a teenager who just met their idol. He was sharing clips, posting photos, basically doing everything short of asking LeBron to sign his jersey. It was a complete 180 from their competitive days. But here's the kicker. It wasn't just about this one game. Dwight was celebrating LeBron's legacy, his longevity, even the moment when LeBron and his son Bronny played together. It's like he was witnessing basketball history unfold before his eyes, and he couldn't help but be a part of it. You know what's wild? This performance by LeBron had Dwight reconsidering everything he thought he knew about basketball. We're talking about a guy who's been in the league for years, seen it all, done it all. But LeBron's game against the Suns, it was like nothing he'd ever seen before. It just goes to show the impact LeBron's still having on the game. He's not just impressing fans or young players. He's leaving his peers, his former rivals, in absolute awe. It's like watching a master painter create their magnum opus, and even other artists can't help but stand back and admire the work. But here's the thing, as amazing as Dwight's reaction was, it's not even the craziest part of this whole story. Because LeBron's performance, it didn't just impress Dwight Howard, it reignited a debate that's been raging in the basketball world for years. Remember when we all thought the GOAT debate was settled? Well, buckle up, because LeBron just threw a wrench in the whole thing. One game, and suddenly everyone's second guessing their pick. But here's the real kicker. It's not just about what LeBron did on the court. It's about something way bigger that's got even the toughest critics scratching their head. Guess what? LeBron's game against the Suns got people talking about the GOAT debate all over again. It's like clockwork. Every time LeBron does something amazing, the Jordan comparisons start flying. But this time, it's different. We're not just talking about fans arguing on Twitter or sports shows stirring the pot for ratings. Nope, this time even former players are weighing in, and it's getting intense. You know how it usually goes. Team Jordan versus Team LeBron, with both sides digging in their heels. But LeBron's performance against the Suns, it's got people crossing party lines. We're talking about guys who played against both LeBron and Jordan, suddenly questioning everything they thought they knew about basketball greatness. Take Dwight Howard, for example. This guy's been in the trenches with LeBron, faced him 47 times in his career. He's always been Team Jordan, no questions asked. But after watching LeBron cook the Sun, Dwight's out here sharing graphics comparing LeBron and Jordan, asking fans, who you got now, LeBron James Sr. or Michael Jordan? That's a big deal coming from a guy who's seen both legends up close. And it's not just Dwight. Former players, analysts, everyone's chiming in. Some are saying LeBron's longevity puts him over the top. I mean, the guy's 38, playing like he's 28 and showing no signs of slowing down. Others are still riding for MJ, pointing to his perfect finals record and killer instinct. But here's what's really shaking things up. LeBron's not just matching Jordan's stats anymore. He's doing things we've never seen before at an age when most players are thinking about retirement. It's like he's rewriting the rules of what's possible in basketball, and it's forcing everyone to reconsider what makes a player the greatest of all time. The debate's still raging, and honestly, it's like the basketball world can't make up its mind. One minute you think you've got it figured out, the next LeBron does something that makes you question everything. But you know what? That's what makes this so exciting. One thing's for sure, LeBron's not done adding to his legacy. Every game, every season, he's out there making his case. And whether you're Team Jordan or Team LeBron, you've got to admit, we're watching history unfold right before our eyes. The GOAT debate might never be settled, but man, isn't it fun to watch LeBron keep us guessing? And LeBron's performance against the Suns wasn't just another game, it was a statement to the entire NBA. At 38, he's not just hanging on, he's dominating. It's like he's found the cheat code to aging in professional sports. But here's the thing, LeBron's not just playing for today. He's got his eyes on something bigger. With his son Bronny potentially entering the NBA soon, LeBron's chasing a whole new kind of history. Imagine that, father and son, sharing the court in the world's top basketball league. It's the stuff of legends. So what do you think? Is LeBron cementing his case as the GOAT, or is Jordan still king? Let us know in the comments.